Na 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 na. Nani nani na na. Tac. Tac. Ah. C'est bon. That's good. Alors, bon matin, bon après-midi, bonne soirée. Aujourd'hui, The Great Ace Attorney. Et puis voilà, je crois que j'étais à l'épisode 2 du second jeu. Et je sais plus ce que j'allais dire. Merde. Du coup, je vais continuer tranquillement. J'espère que je vais pas mourir en passant. Faut que j'arrête. Alors, il y a pas mal de choses qu'il faudra que j'aille explorer, je crois. Mais bon, il y aura pas mal de parties. Mais c'est pas grave. Hop. Je lance. Animation. Pas du tout.
It was a ghastly tale of a winter's night. One of an invisible killer and a crime perpetrated on the pavement along Briar Road. As the victim lay at death's door, the mystery of just who had stabbed the young lady from behind had been resolved. But no sooner had my friend saved that Eastern exchange student from his harrowing plight, then in the dim, flickering shadows of gaslight did a second bizarre crime rend the stillness of that very night. I dare say most can still recall the sensational headlines of the day. Haunted apartment of death, the condemned criminal's curse, the dread demon of coal gas. Yet, though the great detective had at once discerned the truth upon his arrival at the scene, it only proved to be the overture that announced the rising of the curtain on a most tragic play.
Oh. My name is Ryunosuke Naruto. I'm a fledgling lawyer just starting out on my journey. 6 months ago, I arrived as a visiting student of law. Having made the long voyage across the sea from the Empire of Japan to here, London, England. And on the way, in quite extraordinary circumstances, I made the acquaintances of a world-famous detective, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. Currently, I reside in the attic of the detective own login, from where I run my legal consultancy of sorts. I successfully defended a number of clients in Britain's highest court, the Old Ballet. But since an unforgivable legal battle 4 months ago now. I haven't returned to a courtroom in... I lost my right to return. But that epic trial was just a small part of an epic tale. A tale which was now about to awaken from slumber. Thanks to a letter that arrived this morning from my homeland. Naruto? Are you hungry? Oh, my boy. It's gonna be fine. Up. What a delicious smell. Wafting up the stairs. I must be nearly... it must be nearly time for breakfast. I better go down to Mr. Shom's suite. And say good morning to the great detective and his flatmate. Iris? Reno, good! I was just about to call up to you. The bacon's ready! Good morning, Iris. It smells delicious, as usual. Before we eat, though, I have some news. I had... Chance? 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 What? Shh! Not another word, Mr. Naruto. This could be the thing for breakfast. Stagnation, repelling and mental stimulation, my dear fella. Morning to you too, Mr. Shams. Ah, yes, I see. Genre, le frérot, là, faut se dire qu'il s'est collé devant... Mais... Wait. Qu'est-ce qui se passe? Il y a mon Streamlabs qui me dit qu'il y a un problème, mais j'ai pas l'impression qu'il y a de problème sur Twitch. On va devoir supporter Shams comme ça un moment. Wait. Pas spécialement de problème, je crois. Ouais, non. Niveau du son, c'est bon. Je vois pas de lag sur Twitch. Qu'est-ce qui se passe, Streamlabs? J'essaye de comprendre. Mais je ne comprends pas. Bon, c'est pas grave. Je pense que ça ira. Tant que je vois pas de trucs vraiment qui lag, etc. Du coup, ça passe pour l'instant. Ah yes, I see. So that's it. The truth is clear to me as day. My faculties of observation have revealed it again. What? What are you talking about? You, Mr. Naruto, you have this very morning met with a surprise. Well, is that not the case? Really, my dear fella, it barely... Ah putain, j'ai du mal à lire, je suis désolée, il y a certains mots, ça veut pas. Warrant? What? That? Explanation. Il y a certains mots, c'est galère. Firstly, your hair is particularly unkept, somewhat of a burdenness. Secondly, you have to for the button of your jacket. There, together, these two facts point to you having been pestered this morning. Can I talk now? But of course, of course. No, I don't look for admiration, you understand. My hair always looked like this. It's been like this way since I first met you. And that's how you talk to me, Mr. Sholmes? Oh, it was? Sholmes. What the fuck? And the button was ripped off last night, if you remember. By you! Really pull your button off? Ah, yes, I recall the incident now. It was after a supper, was it not? As the evening advanced, I picked up my violin and began to play the notes of the tune. And then, to my utter dismay, the first snap. Why did it have to happen? Why? It's a wonder. Then that. En vrai, ça lui va bien. Putain, je veux qu'il retire son masque. Je veux, genre, son masque, il cache vraiment la partie que je veux voir. Ça me casse les couilles. Mais c'est vrai, ils sont skinny quand même. Hein. Oh, I like it. Ouais, il a des... J'étais en train de comparer, j'étais en mode... Well, I like it back now, please. It's troubling me that I can't fasten my jacket. It's troubling me that you expect me to know where it is. Somewhere about on the floor, on presume. Half floor. What matters at the present time, my dear fellow, is simply whether or not my deduction was unerring. But Harley, Bruno said it when, it asked... Well, said it when he came in, didn't he? I had a surprise this morning. Don't look at me like that. Well, that really is a surprise. Yes, this man is a pride of the British Empire, the famous consultant detective, Mr. Sherlock Holmes. There can be a single person in the world who doesn't know his name. I don't know his name. Alright then, enough of this silly conversation. Come and eat this bacon before it goes cold. And I have a new herbal tea. Herbal tea for you to try too. My latest special blend. And here we have Iris Wilson, Mr. Sholmes' logger and companion. A truly exceptional young girl who the author of the highly successful serialization here in London. Yes, The Adventure of Sherlock Holmes as published in Rent's magazine, written by a 10-year-old. So, Mr. Naruto, won't you put us out of our misery? What surprised you this fine morning? Oh, well, I received a letter from Japan. Ah? From Susie, you mean? Was it really? That's right. And she had some rather startling news in fact. Ah, intriguing indeed. You must tell us all about it over breakfast. Breakfast. Oh yes, what fun! I don't want it. I don't want this. Stop. Wait. Butter. Yes, it's okay. Precious sound. No. Let's see. Oh, really? J'adore. J'adore quand elle... Ouais, bon. Mrs. Sato's letter. This is the letter that arrived from Japan this morning by international post. That's some really, like... Je suis désolée d'avoir crié. Putain! Non! Mon cake! Ah non, c'est bon, je le mange plus. Il y avait déjà des trucs dessus, c'est mort. Oh non. Non mais c'est bon. C'est bon. J'en ai déçu à jamais là, j'en ai marre. Ma plus grosse déception, avoir essayé d'ouvrir un paquet de gâteaux. Bah putain, cake. Et au final, pas avoir réussi à le rattraper à temps. Moi j'en ai d'autres, donc tant mieux. Ouais. Bon, celui-là, j'ai pas... Oh là, voilà. Je ne peux pas tomber. J'ai une façon d'ouvrir ces trucs. Yummy! Oh, how lovely! Look at City, beautiful raining. I wish I could read it. And how is your juridical assistant faring, may I ask? She's very well, thank you. In fact, according to what she's written, she actually appeared as a lawyer at the Japan Supreme Court and won the case. Really? Oh, isn't she wonderful? I cut above your good self, my dear fella. I've won cases too, you know. Damn. Apparently, Mr. Natsume appeared in the trial as a witness. Natsume. No, I don't recall that name. My god. Of course you do! We have that man twice! You know, in those two cases that took place on Briar Road 6 months ago, The mustache. Twitchy man with the somewhat villain eye and the mustache.
He didn't have two mustaches, Curly.
Yes, who could forget those two cases? They made a very deep impression on me. Although I must confess, the details are a little hazy now. A very deep impression they made on you, clearly. So, what was this stalling news? Pinned by pendant by Mr. Sato? Do you remember the case of the hunted loggings, Mr. Shanks? Ah, yes, it's very interesting, you know. I don't feel entirely uncertain that a case on that nature did not occur. Totally forgotten then. Anyway, in her letter, Mrs. Sato asked that we read over her case notes again and investigate further. Through it looks, through it took place half a year ago. For what purpose? Because of something that Mr. Natsume said to her, apparently. He suggested that the real reason why she was called back to Japan so suddenly might have something to do with that case of the hunted loggings. Oh? Mr. Natsume returned to Japan, Mrs. Sato's father questioned him about the case, she says. And something Mr. Natsume said appeared to trouble Professor Toba, prompting him to send that telegram.
Oh, that case? Yes!
It was very strange, wasn't it? Yes. And I had found the whole story into a nice, neat script, ready to for publication too. But then Harley here was all funny about it, remember? He was very mean.
The story must not be published, you said, very mysteriously as well.
Oh really? I said that? Are you sure? Do you perhaps know something about it as well, Mr. Schultz? About why Mrs. Sato was suddenly told 4 months ago that she had to return to Japan?
It's been 4 months now since we waved Susie off at Dover.
It was such a shock, wasn't it? The way she just suddenly announced that she had to go back to Japan. Indeed, it was, due to a telegram she received from her homeland, I believe. That's right, telling her to return urgently. Yes, because her father had passed away. Huh? No. It just said he was suffering from a high fever, the cause of which was unknown. He's not dead. But according to this letter, that news about her father's fever was just a ruse. A ruse?
So Susie's daddy lied to him? So that she'd make the voyage back home? Why would he do that?
I have to admit, I have absolutely no idea. But she believes it's almost certainly related to the case of the hunted loggings. Summoning her back to Japan so suddenly, like that, I wonder what Mrs. Sato's father is hiding.
Holly, do you know what it's all about?
Hmm? Oh, well, who can say? What? But you said... Please, I have engagement, my dear fella. My calendar is quite surprisingly full today. Oh putain, il a des petites titines! Je viens de réaliser qu'il avait plus de masque sur... Il est pas si musclé en fait. Il est juste in shape. So, man, we fought in my absence, won't you, Iris?
I will, Ellie. Don't worry. See you later.
That dumb bitch. Got off rather quickly there. I think perhaps Professor Mikotaba isn't the only person hiding something here. Sasaki-san was involved in 2 cases, but only one of them was forbidden from being published. By, of all, Mr. Sholmes. People, Mr. Sholmes.
I found them at last.
Iris! Are they...
The notes about the case, that's right. Susie and I compiled them together. The case of the hunted loggings. Do you want to read them, brother?
Absolutely. Thank you, Iris. I have no idea what secrets could still be hiding in the shadows of this case. But perhaps if I read over the notes again, something might come to light.
That's the spirit.
And so, Iris and I decided to read over the case note again together. Everything from what happened to our investigation and that fierce battle in court that followed. Reliving every detail. I just need to find a clue. And I have all the time in the world. Because, of course, I'm no longer allowed to practice law in court of Great Britain. But why? Huh? It was 6 months ago. A mysterious incident that... Well... Oh! Oh! A young woman was finally on her back. Her life was frozen. Incident. But by a cruel twist of fate, was walking behind her at the time I was duly arrested. That man was Sasaki-san, and the man who effected his arrest was Mr. Sholmes. My son, Sasaki-san, and I decided to represent Sasaki-san in court, and after this in turn, we finally managed to prove his innocence. We received a telegram from Mr. Sholmes the following morning. At once. To the hospital. Huh? Yeah. To you are at last. Good morning, Mr. Shons. I think not. Ah, elle est trop mignonne comme ça par contre. You're late! What on earth took you so long?
Your telegram only arrived at 5 o'clock, Mr. Shons. And it's a 20-minute ride to the hospital.
That's right, and it's 5:30 now. I think we made very good time. The time is truly irrelevant. The fact is, I have been waiting for what has felt like an eternity. In point of fact, I myself was awoken at 4 this morning by a telegram boy, and feeling it was somewhat unjust that I alone had been lucid at such an hour, I sent one to you. Well, thanks for that. Anyway, Anyway, you're here now, so the victim is over there. She's only just regained consciousness. You should introduce yourself, and I shall observe from here. So that's the lady who was found on the snow, covered on her back.
Her name is... Ah, yes. Miss Green.
Mr. Shums, where are you? There's a photograph here. Yes, it's a picture of a young gentleman. Perhaps you know a woman special someone, do you think? My, Mr. Naruto, I didn't know you had a sense of matter of the heart. No, in the least, I certainly said the first thing I thought of. Suppose no. Have a full figure before. Well, if you want to do it for person. Yeah?
It's Mr. Naruto! No, Miss Mouse!
You know what I mean? In a hospital? That doesn't seem the best.
Very healthy specimen, doesn't it?
Very plump. I'm not sure we can say that's... Bah c'est peut-être son rat à elle. Sa souris, son rat. Ah, this looks like a patient treatment note. Let's see. Do not feed. Okay, pork from the pigeon, yes. For her, alright then, let's see what's inside. No! No, Mr. Naruto, you must never hidden personal belongings. The young maiden may have chocolate or biscuits or caramel. Naruto, what the fuck? Good morning. Hello, I'm Ryunosuke Naruto from the Empire of Japan.
What is that? It's your name then? Are you the lawyer?
No, I'm a lawyer. And I'm Sasatomi Kotoba. Pleased to meet you.
Hello, sir? Your name then? Are you the one?
Oh, I assure you, I'm Naruto's juridical assistant. We heard that you'd regained consciousness and wanted to come to give you our best wishes.
Best wishes for me? Thank you. I'm Olive Green. I'm an artist.
Artist.
Well, no, that's not right, is it? What I mean is, I'm trying to be an artist. Well, what I really mean is, I desperately want to be an artist.
You can be one.
But the truth is, I don't have any talent. I know I don't. It's no wonder I was stabbed in the back.
I don't think that's related, actually. Gosh, this young woman seemed to bend over backwards to put herself down. Seeing as we're here, we should ask her about what happened from her perspective, I suppose. To suddenly be stricken in the back by a blade as you were walking along the pavement. What a terrible experience you had, Miss Green.
It was so cold that day, and the fog was so thick, I couldn't see a thing. That was 4 days ago now, I think. Is that right?
Yes, that's right. I'm afraid you've been comatose all that time.
But the case has been solved, hasn't it? While I've been here in the hospital, I mean.
Indeed it was, my dear madame. Spectacularly by none other than I, Herlock Sholmes.
Mr. Sholmes! As you well know, it was Mr. Naruto's hard work in court that solved the case.
Are you yet to hear what happened, Miss Green?
Yes, I'm afraid so. A gentleman from the police force is supposed to be coming to fill me in shoulder. Oh, I see. My coming around seemed to have made everyone busy. I'm so sorry. I should never have regained consciousness. It was selfish of me.
Huh?
Oh no! We're all so relieved that you're on the mend, Miss Green. Really, we are!
That kind of attitude, maybe her surname should be Blue, not Green. So, you're an artist, are you, Miss Green?
No, I couldn't possibly claim that. I'm a fledgling artist at best. I mean, I'm a student of art, really, at the
To the Academy of Fine Arts.
Oh my! An Academy of Fine Art? Great Britain is such a wonderful country.
Tell me, Miss Green, do you live hereabouts?
Oh no, actually, I don't deserve it. But I have a little flat on Brixton Road.
I see. How very interesting.
Oh no, is it?
Brixton is some 10 spots away in underground from here. On the underground from here. Is a mere 3-minute walk from Brixton town center. Does that matter, Mr. Schultz? Perhaps not, but her road is far less part of town by comparison means. Means, I suppose Sasaki-san does fit the bill. That's all. is this? She's suddenly dumped up.
Mr. Shunt, you should be ashamed of yourself, praying into a young maiden's private affairs.
Oh. Oh, dear me. Do forgive me.
You shouldn't mind. I'm being gone shortly, so I need to pack up my things.
Oh yes, of course. We wouldn't keep you. Thank you so much, Miss Green. Oh shit! Is there Miss for... Putain de merde! Narrow folder here, Mr. Narrow folder. No, narrow folder now. If you're looking for Naruto, lawyer, that's me. But Mr. Please, for the love of fucking gosh, stop bashing my surname, please. Mr. Narrow folder. Good. This is for you. It's a message from Mr. Saucy Nutmeg. Saucy? Isn't that Saucy Jack? Pardon. Mr. Natsume? Send a message to me?
But why would a policeman be delivering a message from Mr. Natsume?
Exactly. What's going on? What's a Scotland Yard? What are you waiting for? Let me see that! Oh. Well, this is most unexpected. Something's wrong, Mr. Sholmes? It's something wrong, Mr. Sholmes? He said. Have you not seen this note? You took it from me, you dumb bitch! How can I see it? No. How can I have? You dumb fuck? It would seem that London's criminals have no intention of letting the great detective rest. A new case calls a case of murder, no less. We must deport at once. Murder? Call a cab. Time is of the essence. But the trouble is, we've yet to read Mr. Natsume's note. I was thinking we What do you mean? Wait, what? Qu'est-ce qu'il a fait? Qu'est-ce qu'ils ont fait? Qu'est-ce qu'il y a? It was only yesterday that Soseki-san was in court and we were dispelling doubt about his innocence. And now? The very next day? There's a murder at the man's own address. He may very well be the unluckiest man alive. Or so it seemed to us at the time, but we were soon to discover it was worse than we thought. What happened to my boy? What on earth?
Oh my, the gentleman is deceased. Without question, he's dead.
Look, your student, Mr. Naruto Esquire. Mr. Natsume? Why? Why is this happening? Why to me?
I wanted to go to court yesterday. I was finally home after 2 days of misery.
And then I wake up the next day to this. No early bird should catch a worm like this. Worm without wiggle. As I see you're in high spirit again this morning, Mr. Mustache.
Ah! Unbelievable! Sherlock Holmes!
Sherlock Holmes, my bad. J'ai fait une voix vraiment féminine. Ouais.
Show yourself the door. I never invited you. Mr. Sean came here with us. Mr. Sean came here with us. I'm quite sure I'll be able to help you, Mr. Natsume.
I'm entirely at your disposal, Mr. Mustache. What can I do for you? J'adore les gestes de main que je fais. Oh. Here they are already. The busy buddies. Ah, Inspector Gregson! What a pleasant surprise! Pleasant, is it? Give me your heartburn. Every time I see your face at the crime scene, Sholmes. I deduce, Inspector, that your heartburn is a result of your excessive consumption of fried food. Good morning, Inspector. This is a crime scene. Don't you go touching anything. Or good morning to you too, Sunshine. Oh my lord. Putain, pour une fois, y a pas Chance qui fait une connerie, c'est bizarre. Je vais parler à mon pote. What's a terrible thing that have to happen? It's only been 3 days since I was arrested for the incident of the apartment outside. Huh. And then, having finally regained my freedom, it started happening all over again. Endless existence of... Merde. Fuck! Experience. So the victim live here on the ground floor, and your room is just on... Story up, isn't it? Yes, that's right. In a way, we were neighbors, I suppose. So, did you know the victim? Were you friends? Soseki, tell me everything. What's the matter with Soseki-san now? It was an innocent enough question, wasn't it? Why does he seem so shaken by it? Well, I suppose he wasn't a complete stranger. But did he ever invite me to this room? Never! On my honor, I swear it! I swear it! What an extreme reaction. You're probably wishing you'd never asked, no, aren't you, Mr. Naruto? When we found him here, I felt wretched, which is why I sent a word asking you to come. But there was, that inspector over there. Interesting. Okay. Inspector? So, Inspector, what was the victim names? Who was he? Mr. William... Non, là je l'ai, la référence. Là je l'ai. William Shakespeare. He was a logger here. As you can probably tell, he was an actor. A bit of a dead loss as it happened, or just dead.
Mr. Shakespeare?
It was the landlord, old Mr. Karideb, and the other logger, Mr. Natsume, who found him. The fella didn't rise at his usual hours, so Karideb got worried and kicked the door down. But doesn't Mr. Karideb have a bad leg? Oh yeah, you're right there. It was just Stephen over there who actually did the kicking. Really? Saseki-san? Saseki-san! He was pretty hard up, it seemed. Even done some time inside for a pretty crime. He had no money, no place to go, no friends. Only acquaintance here. With people in his house. Life. Miserable. End to it. So I'm going here. It's not involved in this investigation, so shouldn't you have sent him away from the crime scene? Well, I'm not saying it's because the fella looks odd or anything, or that he acts suspicious. But I thought it would be prudent to take a statement from the cohabitors. Oi! Oi! Gregson! You nearly said culprit there, didn't you?
Oh dear. Mr. Natsume appears to be under suspicion again.
Suddenly seemed that way. He doesn't just come across as such an odd fellow, doesn't he?
Poor man. How unfortunate.
Anyway, can't say much until the coroner gets here. But I don't think the fella been gone that long. It is still warm. Nice out to touch a dead body. Touch it. What the fuck? Charles? What the fuck? What the fucking dog doing? Save me from my misery. I'm just gonna... Oh, okay. No. I just wanted to look, that's all. No chance I never kind. And bad hand there, in there. Ha 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 ha! Connard. I was like, hey, you need to talk to me! Bitch. Mr. Sholmes, what are you doing? Ah, you need only observe to know it, my dear fella. Investigating naturally. There's nothing natural about that pose. J'aurais oui, un gun!
Mr. Schultz, have you made some miraculous discovery?
Patience, my dear madame. Patience. We're not been here in this room. We're not been here in this room 5 minutes. So far, all I've managed to deduce is what actually happened. Ah! Putain, je viens de me craquer le bras.
My goodness. But isn't that everything we need to know, Mr. Sholmes?
Now that you... now that you propose the idea. I believe one could indeed see it that way. At the present time, I have managed to draw to in contrary conclusion. The first, that there was a physical struggle here last night in which the victim fought for his life. Shit. Huh? Mr. Ryunosuke, what's wrong? Is something that Mr. Shum said significant somehow? No, don't mind me. Forget I was here. My second conclusion is that there was a poison lingering in the air here last night that passed the victim's lips. Nonsense! Alright, Mr. Natsume. Why are you reacting so extremely to Mr. Shum's addictions? No, please pretend I'm not here. Invisible and inevitable, incredible, insignificant. Possible to ignore. You must tell us everything, Mr. Shums. Spare no detail. But of course, let the theatric tragedy before us, unrevealed by my great detection, present for your pleasure in 2 acts. We've heard some truly great addiction from Mr. Shum in the past. No doubt this will be no exception. What miracles will unfold before our eyes this time? So, my dear fellows, for your delight and wonder, let the curtain rise. For Halakshan, magical and resounding spectacular Act 1. J'adore, moi j'ai même un bordel de merde. Let's go! Il a pas la même tenue d'un coup, hein. Careful observation of the victim reveals to use the events that transpired in this concealed room last night. Pardon, fatigué. Ew. Foam, algae mouse, and indices clearly indicate the use of poison or soap. That's maybe soap. That's soap. That's soap. Someone observe. Shums! What do fucking soap do? Foam in general. What the fuck are you fucking doing? My god. On half of the sizable bar of soap, meaningful indubitably. Why is this soap set so purposefully upon the dish? Like the victim last supper, in fact, yes. Could it be the man was about to eat it? Of course, the fork reveals the answer. It appears that the young man's appetite was his undoing. Taking a... Mr. Shums, I'm seriously trying to take you serious right now, but I can't. I cannot. taking up arms in the fork of his... The victim engaged in a deadly battle for his life. J'en peux plus. On dirait plus qu'il danse qu'il frappe quelque chose là en fait. Yet the struggle against his anger was in vain, for in the end he couldn't resist devouring the slippery feast. Mais je sais pas si ça tue les gens de manger des barres de savon. Je me demande. Wait, je me demande. Manger une barre de savon peut tuer. Ah! Ah oui! Ah non, tu peux quand même avoir des virus. Ouais. Ah! Ok. 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 Je veux au moins savoir c'est quoi les effets un peu secondaires. Oh shit! Ok, ne pas manger de savon. Ne pas manger de barre de savon. Ne pas manger de barre de savon. Ok? Ça peut provoquer des choses... des choses. De ce que je vois. Bon, après... Genre, en manger... Genre, comme la trace qu'on voit sur le jeu... Je pense... C'est la merde. The London's full soap is... Yes, the victim's life was claimed by poison that tainted the contents of the plate. The soap and the letter about the young man's mouth are too perfectly matched to ignore. Putain, j'ai... Ok. Because of death was clearly intoxication due to excessive injections of full soap. Ouais, faut pas bouffer du savon comme ça. Well, personally, I have a greater interest in the taste of full candle wax, of course. Huh? He changed back. My boy is back in his clothes. The cause of death identified, we proceed to Act 2, where we ponder the next questions. What is the was it suicide or murder? The audience will recall that death occurred during the victim's last supper. Did the man die and die alone? The single teacup suggests the answer. To draw a conclusion on such a mingled evidence would be foolish. However, certainly, the careful criminal could have, with his own cup to cover his track. Well, allow me to lift the veil of doubt, my dear fella. Indeed, what reveals the answer, of course, is the broken lock. was open at the time of the incident. This door was locked. Don't clear victim's pocket. In other words, when the victim consumed the poison, he must have been alone. Alone with his inferior soap from whence wafted on inferior. I wish that aroma in here, the victim met his end in tragic solitude. We can take comfort only in the fact that soul was well cleansed on its way to be bitter. This concluded the final act of Herlocksham Great Detection. There's just one thing, Mr. Sholmes. Are you disposed to identify just one thing, aren't you, Mr. Nododo? Pray, what concern you? Well, no matter how hungry he was, do you really think the man would have eaten soap? It is quite apparent that this man had barely a penny to his name. Is it a curious thing, but to one so destitute, soap can suddenly appear quite irresistible, appetizing. So, there, woo! How extraordinary. Damn. In truth, I have tried a little soap myself in the past. You didn't die? Non, en vrai, je pense que c'est vraiment si la consommation elle est abusée que tu meurs. Genre, non, pas que tu meurs, mais genre que tu peux avoir soit des maladies, soit un virus, ou soit des trucs comme ça. En fait, c'est genre, je pense que c'est vraiment genre un tout petit chouïa, ton corps il peut encore le éliminer en fait. Mais si c'est vraiment un gros truc, c'est sûr que là il y aura des problèmes. You've hidden it? You mean? My dear fella, it was some time ago now. My postulation was that it would... My god. Ah! And did it? In agony on the floor. Quoique, en vrai, ça, je pense que ça dépend. Parce qu'il y a quand même pas mal de produits chimiques sur certaines barres de savon. Je pense il y a quand même certains produits comme ça qui sont bio. Bon, il y a quand même, je pense, potentiellement quelques produits chimiques, je sais pas, mais bref, je sais pas, voilà. Mais en vrai, genre s'il y a il y a plus de produits naturels dans la barre, il y a plus de chances de survie ou de pas avoir mal au ventre, en vrai, quand j'y pense. Mais en tout cas, voilà quoi. Pas manger de savon les enfants, ok? Est-ce que j'ai déjà... Genre, Je suis en train de réfléchir parce que c'est vraiment un truc de gosse au final. De manger du savon ou faire un truc comme ça. Je me demande si j'ai déjà fait étant gosse. Je crois pas. Enfin, si je l'ai fait, ça serait un peu bizarre, je trouve. Non, je pense pas que je l'ai fait. Experience thought to be a valuable lesson. Soap is quite poisonous. It has unpleasant taste and lead to great... Cannot recommend it. Trash shows! That's the facts. Don't eat your soap. Believe me, I wouldn't eat it even if you did.
There's something that troubles me as well, actually.
Oh, what's that?
Mr. Natsume. It's Mr. Natsume. I couldn't help noticing him shuddering and quivering out of the corner of my eyes, almost as if Mr. Sean's detection touched a nerve somehow. Nonsense!
Oh, that clenched teeth episode didn't last.
I think
Judging by
Mr. Natsume's reaction. The great detective deduction may need some dental correction in order to reach the actual truth.
Yes, Mr. Shom's observation and deduction are sometimes a little too sharp. He has a tendency to hit the nails on the on the side of the head and drive it in at an obtuse angle. When he does that, it falls to us to straighten things out. Alright then. Let's see what we can do.
Yes, we must speak out the keywords in Mr. Shom's quite brilliant detection. And
Putain de merde, j'arrête pas de bailler, je suis désolée.
discreetly exchange them for something that makes a little more sense.
Ça fait qu'1 heure que je stream, pourquoi je baille autant? C'est parce que je lis beaucoup. Putain, j'aurais dû me prendre une boisson énergisante, parce que là c'est... C'est la mort. Même si en vrai je pense que ça m'aurait rien fait. Parce que des fois, j'ai beau boire par exemple une Red Bull, ça ne me fait rien.
If we can do that, I'm sure we'll arrive at what Mr. Shams meant to say in the first place.
In that case, are you ready for the second performance of the day? Once again, my dear fellows, for your continued delight and wonder, let the curtain rise. For Halakasham, Logic and Reasoning Spectacular Act 1 and Correction 1. Hold it, Mr. Sholmes. Putain, il a encore ses lotions et tout. Oh shit! Careful observation of the victim reveals to us the events that transpired in this consulate room last night. Foam at the mouth of the deceased clearly indicate the use of poison. Next to the victim, we notice a large dining plate with which contain, you will observe, one half sizable bar of soap, meaningful in Why is this soap set so upon the dish like the victim last supper, in fact. Yes. My god. Of course, the fork reveals the answer. You can't deny that a fork implies the man was eating something or about to eat something. Is that true? Some soap, I should prefer to use a fork. To attempt it with a chopstick. A bar of left on the plate.
Ha!
Look, there's more soap on the floor here. It's really have loved the stuff. It's not jump to conclusion, Mr. Naruto. Look closely at the soap. Ouais, bon, hein.
Take that!
Take that, Mr. Shanks. Ah, Bruno! Let's go! Be that the man was about to eat it. Of course, the other piece of soap revealed the answer. It begins the other half of the soap on the table. In short, the victim was not eating a soap at all. But it's obvious, really, for no to have any man to attempt to eat soap. Even I, knowledge, took only a single bite. But that begs the question of how the man was poisoned, because there is no sign of any food on the table. An excellent observation, Mr. Naruto, and that furnish us with the answer we seek. Monsieur, Mr. Sholmes! Yes, the victim ripened by poison during condemned. Force for the enzyme along with perhaps prevented. Yes, a Western vessel. Empty leaves. It's a teacup, Mr. Naruto, as well, not stop putting on airs. And it's empty. There, however, weddings to suggest that he was drinking tea. Tea? The content of a plate is just the soap again, isn't it? No saying in Japanese. Is a saying in Japanese. Thank you. If your food is poison, you might as well eat. Oh, there's an image. All I can picture now is the victim first taking a bite of the soap and then the plate. Oh no. Oh no. Hmm. If the victim didn't eat the soap, then what did he eat? Eat? Yes, it's a real mystery, isn't it? I've got it. This fuck you wanted to... What the fuck? Mais je vois pas ce qui... Ah! Wesh. Je ne comprends pas. Je pense que c'est ça. Okay. Yes, the victim there was claimed by poison that tainted the teacup. Indeed, cups have been the vessel of choice for practicing a poisoner over the centuries. It appears that this victim drank every last drop. There's no sign of food anywhere in the room, which leads us to the conclusion. Because of death was clearly intoxication due to the injection of poison contained in this teacup. Bravo, Mr. Sholmes, bravo. Damn. Because of the death, bon, en vrai, je vais pas trop lire. Parce qu'il dit la même chose que ce que j'ai mis. Là, j'ai mes cheveux qui me gênent. Western vessel. I'll drink again. Picture no, so far. Yes, we can imagine that shortly before his death, Mr. Spear was having a drink of tea. Best quality tea we have in this world. And but what troubles me is Mr. Matsube's reaction when he heard Mr. Shom suggest it. There's more to this deduction than it seems. It's another... It's a teacup.
Take that!
The man don't know the other teacher suggests the answer. Yes, there were two teacups, a room all along. Ah, in other words, this is the Sharna victim last supper. There was a guest present. At the very least, we can say now with certainty that somebody else taking tea with the victim.
What are you talking about?
Unbelievable. The right conclusions concerning evidence would be foolish, however, certainly. In which case, what more can we deduce about this possible guest at the table? Well, allow me to lift the veil of doubt, my dear fella. Do you mean to say you know who exactly was in the room at the time of the victim's death? Indeed. With a broken door. I'm not sure I like where this deduction is going now.
I'm afraid it's too late to go back to the halcyon days of eating too much soap.
Identify of a guest who was in here last night when the victim passed away is something I have very bad feeling about. I suppose not, and to look around again. First glance seemed the only thing that the person overlooked this trigger. Surely, I wonder. Let's see, diamond rings.
Wait, I'm sure I've heard those titles before.
It could just be an incredible coincidence, but they are the exact same books that Mr. Natsume purchased the other day.
What?
Yes, one the day of the unfortunate incident when Miss Green was stabbed. Sex-san had just been to a bookshop and bought them. That's right. Yet Mr. Natsume claims never to have been here before. What does this mean, do you think? I really don't know what to make of it. It's empty of liquid, but full of air that makes you think, does it? Makes me think that you're full of hot air. We should be thinking about who else was in the room at the time. Brother Susato. Brother Susato-san. Response was cleverer than my original riddle. Damn. Mais... D'accord. Okay. Oh dear. Blind, broken, isn't it? Pick by Mr. Nasma according to what Mr. Gary Dev told the inspector. Who knew shorts and legs had in them? I'm not sure. Perhaps this says more about the poor state of the door than about Mr. Natsume's strange action. Careful. If he overheard that remark, he would almost certainly have a lively response. Don't know. Can this broken lock really tell us anything about who was here? Even it all seems. Already established that he didn't eat soap either. Do you think perhaps the guest brought this candle here last night? I don't know anything about the guest leading to before. Alors là, j'hésite avec les livres et la petite lanterne. Mais je pense que je vais plutôt mettre les livres. Ah, une petite souris sur lui, c'est trop drôle. Indeed, what revealed the answer, of course, is the pile of familiar books. Quite so, it's not mere coincidence that these three titles are here in this room. It's the link to a truth. Mr. Natsume, you purchased this book 4 days ago at a second-hand bookshop. That's just a coincidence. My bad, putain. Je sais pas combien de fois j'ai baillé en à peu près 1h30, mais c'est chaud. In that case, you will be able to bring the same free title from your own room, will you not? This very moment. No, never! If you can bring your own copies here, it proves that these 3 books are in fact yours. Yeah. Purchased the books 4 days ago. You could only have brought these 3 books. Meh. Intend to again after ritual belay. I'm sure there is only one possible conclusion. The victim died here in his room last night as a result of poisoning. And that same night, the victim had a visitor. And that visitor... was you, Mr. Sasaki Natsume? J'adore la petite souris qu'il a sur lui. Trop mignonne. Oh. Thus concludes the final act of Herlock's Great Deduction. With his friend. Hehe. Ugh, ugh. Not again, not again, not again. Not again. Rip. Well then, Mr. Natsume. It would appear you're gonna have to accompany me down to the yard again. Rip. Putain, pauvre chou. But wait! Hold your horses! Yes. Door, key, locked, entry, exit, normal. What? You think that's an alibi? You could have just made a copy. What? You have fancy of a person to ensure. But? Sorry, sir. I'll get your chin to give you a side of the story later. Facts speak for themselves, Mr. Mustache. Ugh, you're horrible! Sean! Really has found himself an art rival now, hasn't he? Come on now, darling. Outside, there's a carriage waiting. Lucky student, Mr. Naruto Esquire. I never imagined I'd be in this position again, but you have Alright, I understand. I'll come to your cell later and talk about it. And one more thing. Oh, yes? My poor little kitty cat. Please give him his breakfast for me. Oh, it's kitty cat. Kitty cat. And so, his evil cure still apparently unbroken. Seki-san found himself once again to a prime suspect in a case of murder. Thanks to the incriminating deduction of the great detective. My dear fella, that honor belongs to me, to you. Huh? Well, at least that means Inspector Gregson is no longer here. Examine the crime scene in more details now. That's right. And of course, what? Have you forgotten what the inspector mentioned before? Discover Shakespeare, Mr. John Garidab, yes. Find him sitting. What's this? It looked like a part of an envelope, I think. Yes, I think you may be right. Perhaps it was torn off when the letter was opened. Is it that significant? It's a little out of place, perhaps, when you look around the room. There's no sign of a letter, of arrest of— oh shit! Of arrest of the envelope, in fact, is there? She's right. And yet, here we have the torn off an end of an envelope. It just strikes me as unusual. I agree. We'd better take this just in case. And we have another smoldering large machine. It looks like a metal of some kind. Ah, this is a gas meter, I think. It seemed that in this district, residents pay for gas as they use it with coins. See? I put it out, I can see that there's a slot. We should put a coin in here. That's right, that would buy you about 2 hours of gas or light and heating. If normally you'd be sleeping in the freezing cold. Yes. No. Est-ce qu'il a payé? guess right, isn't it? Parce qu'il a dit que le cadavre était chaud. Donc en vrai... Parce que quand j'y pense... genre... Est-ce qu'on peut garder un cadavre chaud, genre, dans une température assez haute? Si la pièce était froide, je pense que je pense... Je sais pas, genre... Ça me paraît bizarre, mais là, pour moi, d'un sens, c'est... Genre, c'est bizarre. This is some sort of backshift stage, I think, isn't it? Or does the audience sit bar for the nightly performance? Aspire to the great stage, must practice their art, Mr. Naruto, with or without an audience. In fact, on a related note, perhaps you should set up bench for the defense in your office. What? Then you could practice your art every single day. She's mocking me. Se fout de ma gueule. I'll think about it if you promise to pay the role. Well, if you achieve your goal, this I have to see. Damn. Break costume somewhere below. Place in this room. Okay. I've always dreamed of being a king. Oh, I think you'd be more suited to be. Oh. Wait. J'ai besoin de... What the fuck? Japanese language. Yeah. Wait, j'ai besoin de savoir ce que c'est là en fait. J'ai besoin de savoir ce que c'est. Ah! Ok, c'est une coiffure. Ouais, non, pas non, 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 je veux pas voir Naruto avec cette coupe, hein, je tiens à dire. Je veux pas voir Naruto avec cette coupe. Pas être un samouraï. Un samouraï avec un grand sens de la justice. There's not much child there. I just remember of the Reaper, that's all. Persecutor von Zeeks. Yes. Yes, wine glasses. I was thinking it's a waste and should donate some to the needy. Can suggest it next time we meet. Oh yeah! 26. Putain. Oh, the poor man, so young to die. Do you suppose it was a very painful death, being poisoned, as he was? I don't know. All we can do now is hope that he'll be reborn to a better life. Yes, I suppose you're right. I wonder, do you think that putting our hands together in a Japanese prayer will help a British soul? Sorry? I made sure I had a reference at the ready for just such an occasion as this, actually. This book, entitled The Beginner's Guide to Praying for Departed, the British Way. Just one minute, one moment. There's quite, isn't there? The sun from inside, the window is completely bricked up. The sun from a new window. Okay. I mean, making people pay for the number of windows. Yeah. Extraordinary. Or breaking for things of the poor having broke up their windows just to avoid poll tax. Oh. What is it, Mr. Sato? If you look closely, a number of brick are lost. Huh? What? Huh? What's outside? Soap again! Soap! That's fucking soap. Oh, it's soap cold outside. You can't feel it through this gap. It did snow last night. It would be cold. But more importantly... Putain, s'il fait froid, il fait froid vers chez moi là, actuellement aussi. Putain. Je sais pas comment ça se fait en plus. C'est vrai qu'on va bientôt être en automne, il me semble. Ah! Oh, this... It's more bars of soap. Soap? What are the bars of soap doing? Lining up on the ledge outside the window. Je sais pas si c'est ça, mais il me semble des fois, tu peux laisser ton savon dehors, mais je sais plus c'est pour quelle raison. Mais je sais qu'il y a des gens qui le font. Mais je sais pas c'est pourquoi exactement. Je saurais pas le dire. I have no idea. That's still but very strange in the name goes on. After all, oh dear, I suppose we could. What's this? In the soap. Ah. Oh. There. That's fancy design, I suppose, in Great Britain. Wait! Quite different color. Design, isn't it? Let's go right in. Pour moi, c'est bizarre. Ça... Est-ce que ça pourrait être une balle? Can never read too much of it, Mr. Never. Elle aime beaucoup trop Mr. Sholmes. Ok. Ok. Je vérifie si j'ai bien tout regardé. Ah, on a des stickers dedans. Maintenant. Must be drinking from, but Sasaki-san was in poison, of course. Perhaps we should take this so I can examine them. Details later. Huh? Inspector Gregson, back so soon? After I'm free, that little Japanese fella in the clique, I went and reported vision. 5 minutes time, the space will... Oh, I see, well, be living then. Huh? What's wrong, Mr. Naruto? Out, brief candle, lives, but a walking shadow, a poor player. That's truth, and Fred is our upon the stage, and then he is heard no more. Now, how summed up the next poet? It is a tale told by an idiot full of sound and fury, sniffing nothing. Indeed, oh happy day. Huh? What? Walking Dead? Huh? The fella isn't dead at all. That was nonsense he was saying, though. I think, yes, it was from William Shakespeare. Oh my god. Macbeth. From Act 5, Scene 5. Shakespeare. Ah voilà, c'était vrai. So it was that the victim, William Shakespeare, come back to life. Poison. It hadn't killed him. He was taken by emergency to a nearby hospital for treatment. I thought from the scene, whatever, that's more. Il est pas mort! Wesh! Whatever do you think will happen now? Good question. What a strange situation for Mr. Natsume, arrested for murder, but then the victim come back to life. I think perhaps the victim was never dead in the first place. It seemed very likely that Mr. Shakespeare did consume poison, as we deduced. But was it an accident, attempt suicide, or attempt murder? Until the truth can be established, I can imagine the police will keep Mr. Natsume in a custody. I suppose so. Let's hope it doesn't come to anything more than a night in the cell. Oh, what's this? What's the man doing over there? He looks like he's trying to see into Sasaki-san's logging. Is something wrong, Mr. Naruto? Excuse me, could we have a word? He just ran off. I feel sure that I've seen that man somewhere before. Where was it? I do too, but I don't remember. Next to him, third floor. No. What's that? Yes, that's because no. Bad. Noodle. Pay less taxes. But the tax has simply been established, hasn't it? Charlie. It would appear that okay. On n'en parle pas du truc vert qu'il y a là? Right, the best of all pretend at the moment, in fact, seems very impotence for fun. Oh dear, I'm sure you may be right. Oh shit. Yeah, something. Ah, putain, pardon. Ouh. C'est moins bordélique que la dernière fois, j'ai l'impression. Here we are again. We're here because Mr. Gary Devs, who discovered the incident this morning, don't forget. Ah, you chaps, eh? Yes, good morning, sir. T'as un vrai de profil, on dirait une lune, une demi-lune, genre. Thank you for your cooperation in court yesterday. It was quite a trial. as much for Gary Debs as anyone, really. Come straight back here after the business at the ballet yesterday. Have to wake up and send this morning. I wonder if you wouldn't mind filling. What happened to Mr. Garrideb? Yes, I suppose about that dead loss of an actor chap. Ground floor room. Okay. Ah, il s'est levé. Ah, il s'est levé. Il s'est levé. Oui, par contre. Comment tu peux boire des trucs dans un verre comme ça aussi propre? Must be a cup. Drinking from them. Tea, or maybe I've never noticed before. Never noticed. Ah! Well, it's odd. That's a Japanese way, isn't it? Oh dear. So many people seem to have the wrong idea about our culture, and most of them are Japanese. Naruto in flesh. It must have been a real shock for you this morning. I heard that you discovered what had happened. Ah, well, that hopeless actor chap rises at 5 o'clock sharp every morning without a fail. Lit the gas. So I went down and knocked on his door, but nobody answered. So we broke into the room by kicking down the door. Well, I call room-looking Japanese chap to do it. Work, of course. Pour it down. Then half an hour. And I have to kick your door every morning. Well, you know, better to be safe than sorry. And all that. The smear is avoiding our gaze now all of a sudden. Il est juste en train de... C'est lui qui a fait le truc en fait. Je viens de remarquer un truc. Genre, oui. Genre sur mon écran, genre le siège qui est tout à droite, il est pas vert un peu kaki, genre limite à aller sur du marron un peu limite. Mais c'est du vert kaki, je pense. Un peu chelou, bref. Pour moi, il est vert, genre vert clair. Sur mon écran TV. Et ça me bute. Parce que c'est vrai qu'il y a des fois, il y a certaines couleurs. Quand je regarde sur l'écran Twitch ou Streamlabs, il y a différentes couleurs et je me dis what the fuck, ma télé est sous crack. That it wasn't a sorry situation indeed that you found on far side of the door. Fun fact, he didn't die. yesterday. You came straight back here, I believe, didn't you? You noticed everything strange between then and this morning. Bref, actor chat. Actor time. I suppose you I was asleep by then, so I'm rather in the dark here. Thank you. That was very amazing. Is everything alright, Mr. Sato? Strange, that's all. No, ah! L. Very good point. Can't imagine that you could hear noises from the ground floor at the way up here. Cemetery, you know, playing on my. Then how did you know, Mr. Garrido? Wait. Je vais allumer la lumière. It seems a little dark in here. Woohoo! Hello. I'm back. Putain, je ressemble à rien. Je vais peut-être retirer mon... Putain. Ah! Ah, putain. C'est vrai que je l'ai attaché avec mes cheveux derrière. Ok, 2 secondes. Ah, mon dieu. Tac. J'ai juste changé ma coupe entre temps. Parce que ça me dérange un peu. Ça commence à me serrer un peu le crâne. Je fais une coupe à la Venom Snake encore une fois. Ah non! Wait! Non, j'ai des cheveux qui... Ah! C'est chaud de pas avoir un miroir. Je suis désolée de mettre du temps. Hop! Tac! Tac! Je pense que c'est à peu près bon. J'ai à peu près parce que voilà. Ah. Voilà, je le retire le putain de... Voilà, normalement c'est bon là. Pour de bon. Putain, mes cheveux. It's the gas, woman. The gas, tell me everything. The gas? The victim name is Mr. Shakespeare. I believe it's is that right? Yes, William Shakespeare took a ground floor room 3 months ago now. And how would you describe him? In a word, destitute. Destitute? Well, let's face it, the only feature of that room is the cheap rent. That's a little rude. I was doing a research as well. Research? Into what? Shakespeare, of course, Shakespeare. The few play of the old boy and myself, you know, Romeo and Hamlet. Wasn't it like, huh? All that. Yes, William Shakespeare is England's most highly regarded playwright and author. He's known as Sao. He's known as Sao in Japanese, as you know, and many of his work have already been translated. Damn! So Sao, though, someone was too heavy-handed there. Of Mr. Natsume, scholar of England literature as well, merging the Shakespeare would have had much in common. Faut que je demande pour mes lunettes, j'avais oublié tout à l'heure. Je viens d'y repenser là du coup. Not bad. Mr. Naruto, really? How rude. Il y a un bandana qui tenait mes lunettes en vrai quand j'y pense. J'aurais dû le garder. Putain. C'est juste pour tenir mes lunettes en vrai, comme ça me fera moins chier sur le coup. Parce que ça les bloque et du coup voilà, c'est bien. Je vais peut-être avoir l'air débile avec mon bandana là du coup, mais en vrai là ça va m'être beaucoup plus utile. What on earth do you mean, sir? Can the gas tell you anything, let alone everything? Anything, let alone everything. Probably aware the gas is supplied to the building by pipes. Yes. Let's see if I can explain. Let's say I was to light a gas lamp up here. Suppose what happened? Obviously the room would get brighter. Exactly. At the same time. Dim for a moment. What? A dim? Why? Because when you light a gas lamp, use more gas than usual. Reduce the amount of the other lamps that is everything connected to a single supply pipe. and rather desirable. Truly good point. Fact is, the gas company pipe in this part are pretty hopeless, worn out. Yeah. Got it. Of course, because when people come back home in the evening and before they go to sleep at night, they guaranteed to reveal their light or put out their lamp and fire. Clever. Enough fact, and gas. Are you watching a lot? Oh well, nothing to eat really, and I can't really see that going to help us with a case either. And what is to in the first place? So much investigation here as we can, I think. Perhaps we go to prison and speak with Mr. Natsume again. A good idea. Juste voir. Putain, il y a encore ces trucs cassés. Well, mister, I'll be leaving. Look, Mr. Naruto. Mr. Natsume, have the police finished questioning you now? Look, young student, Mr. Naruto, it's clear. Oh, yes? What is it? Tell me. Is he a ghost? Is he here to hunt me? Let me guess, you're talking about Mr. Shanks? He actually called himself a great detective, Mr. Natsume, not a ghost. But his diabolic deduction turned out of his word. They've left me. I'm cursed, I tell you. Oh, that sort of hurt. Credit where credit is due, Mr. Naruto. You were heavily involved in the deduction too. Yes, moving on! We have some wonderful news. Oh. A victim that we all thought was dead has come back to life again. Huh? Now in the absolutely worst case, you could only be attempt of murder. That's great, isn't it, Mr. Natsume? It's terrible! Huh? I'm stuck in this house from some silly wrong end of a stick! You did it, didn't you? Confess, you're a killer! Wave a mustache! Constant questions! I'm sorry to hear that. Ugh, that selfish sister. Make up your mind, are you dead or alive? If you were going to come back to life, why bother dying? Wishy will do. Well, it seemed likely that Mr. Shakespeare was never actually dead in the first place. Ah, yes, that makes sense. And I'm pleased that he's alive, of course. Our lively debate last night was much fun. It'd be sad to think it was our last. Ah! Oops. Mr. Natsume, does this mean that you did see the victim last night? You met with Mr. Shakespeare, didn't you? It's saying... I'm not saying another word. I demand to have a lawyer present. Who do you think I am? Please, Mr. Natsume, we need to hear your side of the story. Ugh, why am I cursed like this? Say it to me, I'm a lawyer. Can you tell us exactly what happened last night then, Mr. Natsume? There's nothing to tell. But Mr. Naruto Esquire, I'm eternally grateful to you for helping me with that case yesterday. Sorry to believe that was only yesterday. Je l'ai pas bien serré, du coup ça sert à rien que je le mette au final. After the trial was over, I tracked my way back to my logins, and that evening at +9, I must have been. I visited Mr. Shakespeare, so you did go to the victim's room then. I didn't do anything wrong. Before it was the first time I said to go to him when I arrived back at the house, chatting, and then developed into a discussion to go out, so I bade him farewell. Some nice tea and brew as a gift. Brought with tea that had clearly been drunk since then. And I suppose you were discussing the works of Shakespeare, were you? Yeah, that's right, that's exactly right. Romeo and Juliet, who was the stronger? It was a delightful debate. I'm sure. But... Damn! The debate became very heated, so you poisoned into Mr. Shakespeare tea. No, never! Not at all! Team Juliet won. That was me. And I left his room. Damn! Mr. Natsume, you often say the same thing about yourself. I've noticed that you have a cursed existence. I've been here in Great Britain for a year now, and in that time, I've learned that it's not a place for me. Oh, poor baby. Can be very trying to live in foreigner land, to be away on the other culture. Ah, c'était un... Ouais. Il a peur de tout. Why has become... Even I find out from my fears. I've moved more time than I can remember, and then 1 week ago I moved into Great Road. But why? I mean, why did you choose that place? It doesn't seem very comfortable. So little money, it spoke to me. The rent? Obviously, was cheap because the room is cursed. Cursed? Cursed how? Previous occupants, the man who lived there before I took the room, died there. Oh no. He was only a young man, but one morning he was found dead. One could explain why. Damn! After I'm innocent, I realized how horrible that room story really was. Gosh, was it really so awful? How did the room horrible story affect you, Mr. Natsume? What happened? At first, it was just a feeling of bendy eyes into my back, watching me. Tricks on you? No, my mind doesn't need tricks. It was someone else. And no, and that's why. Oh, they still to go home. Oh shit! I don't know, I want listen. Damn. Of course, Sir Lord of Mary is worried about the curse on my room as well. I mean, Mr. Garida? Yes, that if people keep dying there, I'll never be able to rent it out again. Didn't go near the place. Ah, perhaps. Explain to worry about their well-being. Il fait attention à ce qu'ils fassent pas des trucs chelous. Parce que s'ils font des trucs chelous, il va pas être bien. Il va se dire putain, ils sont en train de mourir ces bâtards. Genre, il arrivera à s'inquiéter assez rapidement. Je pense que c'est un bail comme ça, bref. Do you mean you pay so much attention to the gas lamps? Can I please forget accidentally? Oh, now you're talking about me behind my back as well. No! Excuse me. Ah! Inspector Gregson. Can you help her? What you just said? That note. I have some good news and some bad news. Oh shit. Oh. Yeah, Sasaki, my bro! Ah! Sorry, but that's way. Preference in mind for the victim, Mr. Shakespeare, or just conscience has come around now. Yes, we saw it happen. Nothing blurry. It's all being treated. And let's get written statement from him already. Oh, isn't that wonderful, Mr. Natsume? Thank goodness. It's all over then. I can leave this summer cell. Sorry, no, that's not the card. What? Why even not, Inspector? Huh? I killed someone? Oh dear. Uh-oh. You don't mean... What the fuck? No. No. Ah mais c'était sûr. Aïe. To be continued. Je pense que je vais m'arrêter là pour Ace Attorney. Et je pense vers je vais faire un stream sur Tower of Fantasy, je pense. Et déjà save. Je vais faire un stream Tower Fantasy tout à l'heure, je pense. Je voulais y jouer. C'est pour ça aussi. Par contre, je sais pas si je vais stream juste le jeu sans son, genre sans ma voix et tout. Ou je sais pas, genre, je verrai. Bon, bref, je verrai dans tous les cas, mais je pense tout à l'heure vers 20. Il va être 20h. 20h30 je dirais. J'essaierai à peu près 21h, 20h30 de faire un stream Tower Fantasy. Et puis voilà quoi. J'avais envie d'y retourner et puis il y a de nouvelles choses à faire sur le jeu. Du coup j'avais bien envie de faire un stream dessus. Et il y a aussi un autre truc que je voulais faire, c'est essayer de retryharder les véhicules parce que j'ai pas pu avoir l'une des parties que je cherchais pour un de mes véhicules. Je pense que je ferais pas que le véhicule. J'essaierai de le choper, le véhicule, de le dropper. Mais sinon, je ferai directement autre chose après. Hein. Je vais pas me concentrer juste sur ça et tout. Mais voilà. Du coup, je m'en vais. Merci d'avoir regardé. Et n'hésitez pas à follow si vous voulez. Et n'hésitez pas à passer après. Pour le prochain stream, Tower Fantasy dans à peu près 1 heure. À plus tard. Je m'en vais. Adios. Bye.